There's a lot of mixed definitions of quality in the industry. You've got the basic definition of does it work when it's plugged in, but for me as the director of sales, I really look at it as a full experience. And you really hear me talk a lot about what the end user needs. And to me, quality is making sure, yes, does it plug in, does it work? But that's really a technician standpoint, right?
I know this directly from working at the store level. You're constantly trying to fight for a low price repair, but you're also trying to make sure that what you send the customer out the door with doesn't come back for a return or a rework or something like that. So we're trying to provide a stable part at the price point the customer wants that meets the expectations they have of what that part is going to do.
The only way to get consistency is to either go to the market in China and test everything and test it again and test it again and spend a lot of labor, or you build it yourself. So that's what we decided to do with Select. We opened an office in China, we sent a team over, partnered with a couple factories, and we began laying out our rules and our product specifications for what a superior product looks like and what the consistency and testing needs to be and manufacturing standards and all of that.
As we've seen mobile devices get more and more important in people's daily lives, what we're really trying to drive here is OEM spec in terms of functionality, but not OEM spec in terms of price.
This is a question that comes up a lot. Why do we go with the exact components for Select that we currently are using? It's all very deliberate that we've chosen exactly the components that we've wanted. We even use backlight enhancement film, the prismatic films that are in the backlight. Every individual component is actually very deliberately chosen. Front and back polarizer. We did not do what some other people did in the market and cheap out and say, well, we can technically see it from every angle with sunglasses, therefore it's a win. We actually wanted to make sure that our performance was nearly identical to an original display. That included, darkness and lightness at different angles, the color performance at different angles. We wanted to match or exceed the performance of the original display in any way that we could.
Mike was doing repair, but his knowledge base is so great that I think his best asset is explaining and helping to procure parts and helping our factories determine what to use, what not to use, why.
So we could build the finest screen the world has ever seen. How we go about defining that is by continuously checking available materials in the market in China. We work with our factories and material supplier partners, and we try to look at what different assemblies exist in the market, look at competitors' assemblies, and we look at the raw materials, and then we try to say, how can we do a little bit better? How can we offer a more consistent quality? So Select is kind of an overachiever in that way. We didn't just say, we want something that looks as good as original, or even that we want something that just looks better than most. We wanted something that looks the best of anything in the market, and we can measure that.
I think our factory partners are extremely talented. I think the MD team's extremely talented, and I think our customers are extremely talented. So I think all of those things kind of mix to create something that's pretty special.
We're not trying to just impress you with numbers. We're trying to make sure that your customer takes the screen, looks at it, next to their wife or husband's phone sitting at the checkout, and when they get their phone repaired and they look at it and they go, wow, that looks even better than your original one. We want them to be happy with it. We want them to go home, tell everybody, make your business do great with referrals. So this screen has a far more ambitious set of goals than just matching a couple of specifications or even, achieving fancy numbers that just impress people. We're trying to really go for the complete product for you and your business.
We developed it from scratch, and a lot of the industry outside of Mobile Defenders has either replicated what we've done, or they've done it themselves in their own way. And I think that the industry has come a long way from the beginning of MD, and Select has been a big part of that.